भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले नहि नहि रक्षति दुकृन करणे नहि नहि रक्षति दुकृन करणे भज गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते. Hi everyone, Namaste to one and all the people around the world watching this. I would like to tell you a very comical, a very light-hearted, a very funny story about a very renowned scholar, a great musician, a very intelligent person who just lacked the skill of speaking a language, that is English. He went from India to USA to perform for a great show there. He was a absolute top person in his skill. However, when he went there to perform in front of a large audience, he got an amazing response, an overwhelming response. Everybody was attracted towards his music. So there was a lady that approached him after the concert. He went up to the lady. He had a lot of inner something that he wanted to convey to the lady. He recognized the lady very well. And he just saw the lady. He thought of something in his mind. He wanted to convey that in English. But sadly, he was never qualified in English or didn't learn English much. He wanted to tell something. He went up to the lady. He told, "Madam, you amazing kisser. You amazing kisser." Everybody in the audience was like, "What? Such a great vidwan, such a great scholar, such a great musician, talking such, what kind of a language? And what amazing!" Nobody wanted to even talk a word after what he told. And people who knew him, who were right next to him very well, who knew him, actually understood what intent he meant. Actually, what he meant was, "Madam, yesterday you had conducted a quiz. The quiz went very well." He wanted to just say, "You're an amazing quizzer." And so what he came out, what you all heard me tell is what he actually told. Amazing kiss. I can't even tell that now again. So that is the power of communication. And more than the power of communication, I want to highlight of how much our mind is rewired or wired to recognize negativity in people, negativity in ourselves, negativity of the world, negativity of your surroundings. Every day we are falling into pitfalls of negativity. You may see an air crash happen, a lot of people die, murders happen, all kinds of evils of the world that are happening every day, day in and day out. And Our minds are just absorbing it like a sponge and always getting into negativity. The pitfalls of negativity can destroy you from within. Every day we are seeing within ourselves. Some people can't even sleep out of that negativity. Some people have bad dreams that they cannot come out of this negativity. So, how to come out of this negativity is the first question. There are 3 states, or there are 4 major layers of the mind. Actually, there are 16 layers defined by our scriptures, but these 4 layers, I just wanted to give a brief explanation about it. The first most prominent layer is our buddhi, which is called as intellect. We are living in one of the most advanced generations of the world that none of the kings of the 1800s or the 1700s could ever imagine to live such a life. We have such amenities to live a happy, peaceful, amazing life compared to whatever previous of our generations had. Yet still, having everything that we want, we are living a life like we don't have anything. We are stressed, depressed, angered. We have lot of evils. What we are just falling as pitfalls into what is called as negativity of the world. And it's easy for the mind to just, as I told you something right now, everyone's mind got deviated to that. Maybe that got some attention. Negative things get more attention than more prominently than positive things. So coming to the layer of the mind, the first layer of the mind is just the intellect. The intellect is just a comparative thing. It can't act until and unless it has some information. So the information is something called, in the layer called manas, which is the second layer. Imagine a pen drive that is of the 4 GB RAM or some 4 GB, say pen drive doesn't have a RAM, it just has memory. Pen drive has just a memory and you connect it to a computer. You add some CPU on top of it. The CPU is called the buddhi. The memory is our manas. You are just thinking, you are stuck to this part of the mind so much. We are everybody is stuck so much to this part of the mind that we cannot come out of this manas and buddhi to think beyond our mind. The third layer of the mind is something divine, something beyond our logic. When you break this logic, you'll get to the fourth layer of the mind that is called as the ultimate cosmic intelligence that is there within us, which is the true intelligence of the world that we have never ever tried even to tap into, because we are stuck on our logic, stuck on our negativity, stuck on our absolute chaos of life, that we can never ever get into this realm of the mind at all. And this is what our scriptures, our philosophers, our whole history has been teaching us, to leave this part of logic and leave this part of negativity. In this whole Brahmanda, that is the entire universe of universe we are staying at, even Earth is a petty object. Inside Earth, you are one petty, most even lesser than a dot. And how would your thoughts ever be so, of importance? Whatever negative thoughts you have, whatever sleepless nights you have, or something like that is bothering you, please know this. It's just some memory and some buddhi you have got, and you are stuck to that. That's why here some enlightening comes from our greatest philosopher of India, of the world, I can say. It's not ever enclosed to India. Bhagwan Guru Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya. We have sung this composition by Guru Adi Shankaracharya, and it only conveys. Shankaracharya walks on the streets of Varanasi and he sees an old man who is just engrossed in logic of a grammatical thing, of a language. As in I told, there was a language barrier. This is like a language that is Sanskrit, he was engrossed in. Shankaracharya points out to him, please leave this logic and he says you will see the magic later. So this is the message of this video. Leave your logic, your thoughts, your emotions, your stupid thinking and stupid mind, and even you should think beyond your body. That's when you really tap into the real cosmic intelligence of the world, is what Shankaracharya is trying to tell these words. And that cosmic ultimate intelligence, he just refers it to Govinda, this Bhaja Govindam. You tap into your ultimate self is what he's just meaning. Leave this materialistic world that is only filled with complexities. If you want to leave that, you just have to surrender yourself to your ultimate self and just leave that logic. That's why he says, Bhaja Govindam, Bhaja Govindam, Govindam Bhaja MoodhaMathe. When your end is coming so near, these logical things will never save you through the cycle of births and rebirths. Only your surrenderance to the ultimate self, that is what I said as the fourth layer of the mind, that is something that we all have as common. Even every being on this earth has in common, is that fourth layer of the mind that is called as the chitta, that is something eternal and it is never dying, that is omnipresent. Whatever you call, even you call it something, you call it in any religion, anything, but that is what every religion or any practice is trying you to force yourself into, that consciousness and that intelligence of the world. That is what we wanted to convey through this video. And you might ask, now I have left logic, I have left my mind, I have left my body, I don't want to think about this anytime. Next what? Next, we'll tell it in the next slokas coming forward. And this is our spiritual regeneration, our spiritual journey, trying to share whatever we have. Thanks for watching this. See you in the next video.